Welcome to day 8, everyone. And this is all about observing the ego. Become the observer will be the theme for the next few days. And this is where it starts getting really interesting. And this is where we have to start being honest with ourselves. Become the observer. Do exactly what that says. Observe. When we're the observer, we can let go of attachment. We can let go of frustration. We can let go of blame. We can let go of everything. We're just noticing. The ego has been conditioned for a very, very long time. And there are many things that we do unconsciously that's been so repeated that it becomes ingrained. It's a habit. And the body actually responds to that habit without any thought at all. That's how clever the body is. And with the ego, we also then identify ourselves with all the different labels and words that we then attach to us. And the ego is the imposter. So remember, when we bring it back to your feelings, your soul is the truth. And again, really try to play around with what is that truth? It is abundance, it is joy, it is love, it is just thriving energy. It's fully healing. So anything that's not your truth is your ego. So let's start going back now to all the roles that we wrote down, all the roles that you play in your life. We looked at this the other day as best self. How do we show up as our best self? Well, within these roles, every role now has labels attached to it too. So if you can, again, just jot out you in the middle and all the roles that you play in your life. And this one's going to take some time on because the ego, once we become aware of it, that's when we get control of it. When we bring awareness to every aspect of our life, it allows us then to have a choice. It allows us to reflect and try to work out, why is that? What does this mean? Why does this keep happening? And the moment you start tapping into your own system, your own hard drive, you can rewrite it. And when we rewrite things, we can also do that with the words that we say, the thoughts that we attach those words to, the feelings that we hold on to after. So the ego is the only thing that you have to work on. And it's the only thing that will just continue to come back whenever it gets the opportunity to. Your soul is a truth, which means your soul's controlling your mind. The ego, it likes the responsibility of being boss in control of the body. So whenever it gets a chance, it wants to take control again. Any opportunity that you are going to be focusing on you, health, nutrition, exercise, your ego gets in the way. It's always there because it means it has no say. So, you in the middle, all the roles that you play, I now want you to have a look at them. What of these roles, if you was to be honest now, gives you the most resistance? And again, as you're looking around these roles, really pay attention to your energy, because as soon as eyes go on one, you're like, oh, that's the one. What gives you the most resistance? What's number one? Even that label of stress. What is it about that one that gives you the most resistance? How does it make you feel? Okay, so spend a little time on each one of these roles and just try to work out where the resistance comes from. And these key words and things, people, I want you to write them all down. Let's bring awareness to it. It's almost like the ego list, the triggers, the frustrations, the blame, the worry, the doubt, every little uncomfort. See if you can get that down. And again, it's hard to admit when we start bringing awareness to it. Sometimes we're embarrassed. Sometimes we didn't actually realize, wow, I wasn't paying attention. Wow, I was being lazy. Wow, I didn't think of that other person at all. Never come into my awareness. That's fine. The key is to be able to let it go. Write it down. Remember, there's always a solution. So I'm going to leave the music playing on this one. And now I want you to really think about when it makes you feel a certain way, what do you say about yourself at times? Or what do you say about that role? Work's so stressful. It's so difficult. All these words, see if you can write them down too. Remember, the thought, the action, then comes with a feeling. If we do something again and again and again, that feeling becomes automated. That action becomes saved, downloaded. And then you've got that same worry that's attached to the feeling. That's how we start our day. Is there any roles in reverse where you could say the ego, it's consuming too much time? Are we overplaying one role? Are we stuck in business mode all the time? Are we business dad? Are we business husband? Are we holding on to certain roles that we're playing? So leave you now with a song to play. And I'd just like you just to sit with this. Any resistance at all, write it down. Any challenges, any holdbacks, write it down. So all the roles that you play in your life, we know what your best self is now, but all the roles that you play in your life now, where is the holdbacks? Where is the resistance? And see what comes up for you. Three, two, one, go. Closing your eyes. Let's bring yourself to this moment. So let's start with that just one breath. Body, mind, soul. Just one breath. Body, mind, soul. Day 8. Become the observer. Observing the mind. Observing those thoughts. So the ego is multi-layered, multi-facet, multi-dimensional. It comes in every shape and form possible. Everything that you do in your life, your ego has a role. Our mind gets in the way. How many times in life have you had a decision to make, and then you get caught up in the mind, overcomplicate it. It's so noisy. That's the ego. Because the truth is so simple. There's no thought to it. It's just a feeling. A gut feeling. That's the soul. Gut feeling. You know. However, the mind doesn't allow you to know that is so easy. That is so simple. It doesn't want you to know that. It wants you to think elsewhere. Think outside of you. Any thoughts is not the truth. So bring your attention inside your body. And I want you to come straight to your truth, your heart center. Notice that feeling. That's your truth. So you in the center, become the observer. So all the roles that you play in your life, mum, dad, brother, sister, niece, nephew, uncle, auntie, a colleague, a stranger, a friend, a relationship, all the roles that you play. Keep your attention on your heart center and feel that beat to your life. And now imagine you are the character playing each one of these roles. There's a certain way to play that role. A slight adjustment of you to play that character of the role. Some roles will present more challenges and hurdles. Some roles you need more help on, some assistance, some support, some guidance. Some roles we know we can improve on. There's more we can be doing. There's more we can show up being. Notice that feeling. some roles we can show up as a different self and show up as us, the true self, and let go of the role that we have to play for that. Bring more of me to that role. So it's time to go within and sit with this feeling. Become the observer. What is my biggest problem on my roles right now? And if you notice, I use the word problem. Every problem you have the soul-ution. Let's change problem to challenge. Life and its challenges. Always prepare for a challenge. So if you remember on day one, we looked at our life, current reality, and we brought more awareness to certain areas that would have a bigger impact on the rest of our life. When it comes to ego, it's the same process. The thing is, we choose to stay away from areas that we must improve. We know that holds us back. Bring awareness and let go of attachment, because your soul will find you the truth. So in each meditation, we can come back within. And we can always find the solution by asking ourself, our soul, the questions. So let's start with a question. And the intention, I'm becoming aware of my ego. Any resistance, any uncomfort, any judgment, any of the opinions from others, any self-doubt, any blame, any worry, any concern, any story I hold on to, any label I give myself, any description. It's continuous. Just become the observer. And catch yourself. We attach labels to ourself, our soul. It's not us. It's not mine. That's just who I am. I don't normally do this. They're labels. Your past does not define you. So let's start with that question. And remember, always focusing on the soul-ution. Your soul will give you the truth. So become the aware of the ego. Where is my main focus, which will give me the biggest change now? Stay with that feeling. The mind tries to add meaning. How am I going to do that? When's that going to happen? How can I finance that? All the ego, let it go. Go straight to the feeling. What will give me the biggest change? By bringing awareness. Stay with that feeling. Be proud of your ego. Without it, how would you even know? My ego is my biggest teacher. And the more I become aware of my ego, I then see ego all around me. However, if I stay on my truth, I get to observe every ego around me. That becomes a teacher too. For any dog walkers up there, when you got a misbehaving dog, but your dog, say with mums and dads, your kid was well behaved. Even with all the chaos and noise and distractions around, they stood in their truth. That's your ego too. You walk away with your head felt high, your soul's loving it. And you took a powerful teaching. So now you've got awareness of the ego. Let go of that feeling, that heaviness, that resistance. Let it go and let the soul-utions flow. Enjoy that feeling. just one breath with that feeling. Become the observer.